Streaming. So yo, what's up, boys and girls? This is RoxorLoops, and we're here live today for the Beatbox Talks with Blady Kris. Make some noise.
Hey, I am making some noise.
And
what's up, everybody?
Blady Kris from Poland, longtime friend, same birthday as me, which is
28th of April, bro.
Both of us are
the semi-god birthday.
And
no, just joking.
Joining us straight from the Netherlands is Hurrakane. And Hurrakane is a Dutch champion, and he's also a father to the community, I would say, in the Netherlands, organizing the championships and really being out there helping out. So welcome, Hurrakane.
Yes,
super cool beatboxer, super cool bass, beautiful voice, really like you can like. I was only one time at the championship in Netherlands,
yeah.
And many it's always like that. Maybe same, and couple like hop, and you were consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah. So good job on being you, bro.
Good.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
And
well,
yeah,
it's a pleasure to have you.
Nice.
I'm gonna check on the channel to see what up with the chat. Are there already some people watching? Let me see. Where can I find myself? Ooh.
Where can I find myself?
Ooh, no. Okay. So while I'm looking for myself, why don't it should be youtube.com/RoxorLoops. That's how easy it should be. Why don't you tell something about yourself, Hurrakane? When did you start beatboxing, for example?
Yeah. I started beatboxing like I think 2001, 2002-ish.
Yeah.
I remember it was around the fall. Kind of. I used a skateboard, and it was like at a skate park.
Okay.
And before this, I was like, I was always a noisy kid, making weird noises and weird things. I even got called out in class one time for making like noises in the classroom. So I had to stand up on the table, and the teacher was like, "Yeah, do it, yeah, do it again. Don't you feel stupid now?" Yeah. So
like go on the stage now and do your show.
Yeah, the joke's on the teacher right now.
Oh man,
exactly.
I had it too when I was a kid. At school, I was always like the bad student, and I was being thrown out of class, and always the class clown. And then after I got a little bit more popular with the beatboxing, they invited me to do a workshop there, and for a low price. I said like no. I gave them the highest price, higher than anyone. And they couldn't afford it, so I was just like, that's what you get for putting me out of the class. So hi, nice. Scott Mullen from UK. So thanks for watching us, and then what is this guy's name? DTL1 digging the mullet. That's right. It wasn't supposed to be a mullet, but it turned out to be a mullet, and now everyone is like.
But it's dope.
Yeah, it is kind of.
It works.
It works. That's true.
Can I ask you, Hurrakane? Like, there's always. Can I? Thank you. You're doing something settings. Can I just little bit of the.
Yeah, for sure.
Little. Okay. So it's always like, from my experience, it's always this one push, this one thing that you like. At least I had it. No, I had it two experiences that put me to the beatboxing. So.
Yeah.
Can you open up a little? Start something soft, but it's easy story, but it's already deep because it's the root of everything. So what was this first thing that you saw or heard, and you were like, "Oh shit, I need to do it"?
The first time.
Like what was the thing that inspired you? What was the thing that or story or happening that make you realize that you want to do beatboxing?
That's a good question actually. What inspired me, I guess, was it was a cool thing to do, and I saw it was like I always was into entertaining and rapping, and I grew up with music in my blood, in my roots, in my surroundings. So it was I just instantly found my thing from this is it. This is it. It was instantly like a feeling. And when I first got saw there was more to it was when I discovered on the internet particularly the English community at the time. Humanbeatbox.com. Yes, that the Hawks Championships with Hobbit, Fate, SFX, and all of them.
Yeah.
That was like the first, and Yuri Lane. That was also Razel, of course. Kenny Mohammed.
Yuri Lane is the harmonica guy, right? The original.
Yes.
The first guy to do the harmonica beatboxing.
Yeah, props to that. Props to the first
crazy
guy.
And he's still going strong with it. Check him out. He's crazy.
Yeah, man.
And
then you saw Razel, you say, and Kenny Mohammed.
Razel, Kenny Mohammed, the Four Elements, If Your Mother Only Knew, and I started trying those things. And when I first got like the real feel for it was when I entered the championships of 2006. The Dutch championships came to my city.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you was a judge as well. RoxorLoops was one of the judges as well.
Already judging.
Good old judging.
Already judging everybody, like, you know good.
I always say, like, I never judge anyone except for on Beatbox Championships.
Yeah, and this was when I first, for the first time, met all of the different beatboxers before I spoke. This was before I even knew Ventrilo and stuff like this, and before YouTube as well. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it before YouTube, that era?
Beginning of YouTube,
I think
maybe. Beginning of YouTube.
It was the beginning of YouTube, so there was not really much available at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, we have a little question from Scott. He says, like, I'm going to try to enter the UK Championships this year. Never battled before, so hope I get through. Even if I just do an elimination round, I would be happy. How do you guys feel when you battle? Let me start off with this one, because I haven't battled for a long time. I think battling, it depends. Sometimes you're really confident and you're so prepared and you're just so on top of the game that it's, you're just going there to kill it. But if you're not sure about the opponents, I think it's a stressful situation, and you can see it like in between battles. The guys are always they finished one battle or elimination round and then they go practice. They go on their own and practice, and it's different than a showcase. A showcase is chill, you just do your own thing. A battle is more exciting, more nervous if you are not so well prepared. If you're well prepared, it's like a showcase.
It's the same as show. It's more to the showcase side if you are prepared and you have this luxury of believing in your sounds and trusting your confidence, because confidence can be, it's two-sided weapon. It can fool you, but if you have this beautiful trust in your experience and in the work you did, okay, I'm gonna trust myself in it, that it can really change the game. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, there was hola. We have Mohammed. How's that? Fierza Fami joining us as well, saying hi on the chat. Greetings from Indonesia.
Hi guys on the chat.
Oh, that's so
was
cool.
Good.
I've
super cool. Indonesia, super cool people.
Wow, nice.
We went there.
I've seen a lot of Indonesian people going around lately on Instagram and Facebook, and like a lot of messages.
Super cool. And there's like when we were doing Brook Brothers, like one of the most places that they were listened to. Oh, the grammar structure of that sentence was horrible. But the most people that were listening to Brook Brothers were in Indonesia after like Europe. So that was super interesting, like so random.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's just, you know, like such a potential there in the voice and in people learning super fast and doing the Polish covers, like super funny. But with the battle, you just think what you need to prepare. So the main thing what for sure you're gonna do is the eliminations round. And the easiest trick to win the eliminations round to be different than everybody else.
Yeah.
And to be different than everybody else, you need a couple of things. First, you need to be prepared. Second, to have a story. And this is what I say on my beginner's class and also in my master class. When you make a beatbox set, you make an intro, the middle of the story, the final touch, and the ending. So if it can be simple, you can start with hi-hat, going into the snare, going into saying something, going into full beat, coming out to the little bit of the bass and ending on the hi-hat and saying something. But if you're gonna do it with confidence and it's gonna be story about you being prepared as good as you can on this level that you are in the eliminations round, you can go into top 8 or top 16 because it's going to be a story and it's because it's going to be different than everybody that's going to do lip roll and all the super fast things. So if you can manage to keep the rhythm and not go slower or higher or skip up and just try to start cool and end cool and don't really make too much rhythm mistakes and trust in it.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be beautiful experience. And the battles, I think, just go with your heart because you never did them, so you can of course prepare some, you know, cool stuff, but it's all about the experience. So
and enjoy. If I may say one thing, just enjoy it. Enjoy the battle. You know, it's about, you know, it's like an energy transition. You have been practicing your beats and you've been working on your skills, and this is an opportunity to see for yourself what you got. And the beautiful thing is you're gonna get a reaction back from, wow, this is cool, or whoa, this is so, which we can work on yourself, and this flow of energy will boost yourself. And this is why you grow afterwards, if you keep with this feeling.
Exactly, like doing a battle is always good. Whether you have a good battle or a bad battle, you always learn something. And I think the best tip for the elimination rounds, as Blady said, is to be different. Because if you are going there and you're going to show that you can do the lip rolls and that you can do the inward bass, and you just go to show that you can do techniques, then you will sound like 50 other guys. If you sound different, if you have an own routine, if you have an own special sound, that's when the judges will wake up. Because I've been judging world championships, 100 of people. Am I quiet? Wait, I'm gonna pump myself up.
No, you're
maybe on the stream.
You're here, okay.
Yes, better like this maybe. Hi Minna, by the way, my brother Minna.
Hey, what's up, Minna?
Who's been with me since the beginning.
What's good?
Okay. So try to find something which is special. It doesn't only have to be beatbox. You can remember Skiller throwing confetti or something, you know, like it can be a surprise, it can be something theater, it can be the way you move, the way you dress.
Can be a song from your country, can be your look, it can be your face, it can be hair. It means that you put time to think about it, to make your eliminations round a little bit more special, a little bit more you, because, you know, it's as Roxor said, if you have 50 people, like normally on the, like every championship beatbox battle, there's around 50 people. So imagine that you are in the jury and there is like more than half are very similar because they train similar, because they listen to similar beatboxers. So you really need a good judge to find the best out of this 30 people. And if you're lucky, you have this jury, but everybody can make mistake. But if you're gonna be a little bit different, a little bit more prepared, a little bit more, you know, shiny, a little bit more smile, a little bit more like, hey everybody. And also, like, last tip to like end this topic, look in the eyes of the people. Like really take the fear that you have on stage, really charge on it. Like, okay, you're gonna be super fear. You're gonna be scared. There's gonna be a lot of adrenaline, and try to open a little bit as much your heart as you can and look at everybody. And if you are panicking, okay, panic and look at everybody and do your beat. If you are calm, look at everybody and do your beat. It's such a powerful thing because they're gonna understand you much better than you're just gonna be like, you see, I'm looking down and I can make the beautiful beat. But if I'm gonna look at you, and make the beat, it's gonna be it's a little bit of magic.
Nothing
gonna you come. Make it. You involve the people. Sorry, bro. you involve the people there, and that's a part too of enjoying what you do. You do this because you enjoy this, so why not take it on stage and own that moment? You know, from the stage is yours, and literally the whole stage, even if it's 12 foot or it's your stage at that moment. You know.
Yeah, owning that moment. Yeah, it's a beautiful way of saying it. It's like in this song of Eminem, the beginning of the 8 Mile song. What you will do when you have the time to change it all? Would you really go into this moment, like right here and now, or you just let it like little slip, thinking about your thoughts, or are you gonna go into this moment? And the skills doesn't matter. It's about being brave, honest to yourself, and going onto your stage. And if you're gonna have this energy, you can have the most crappy sound in the battle, but you're gonna go in the top 8. Yeah. It works like that. It's crazy, but it works.
All right, so let me see. We had some other things. We have a lot of greetings and people saying hi. We have 9 people watching now, which is super cool. And we're growing and growing. We started with 1, then we had 4, then we had 8, now we have 9. So please say something in the chat. We want you to be involved. Let's see. In a battle, how important is it to know your competitors? I think before we go into that, maybe we should hear a little bit of beatboxing, because it's beatbox talks, but it's also a little bit of beatboxing. So, hey, Scott Mullen, we have some more tips coming about battling, because we get a lot of questions about it. Maybe Hurricane, can you, because I think not many people may know you here. Only the old school people know who Hurricane is, and
no, more people for sure know him, but it will be just
say something in the chat if you know Hurricane. Like, I know Hurricane.
I know Hurricane.
Yeah, and give us a beat, Hurricane.
Give us a beat, give us a beat, give us a beat. Alright, drop it, bro.
Alright, cool, man. Such a nice flow.
Immediately what you can hear, that the beat has characteristic, so you can feel emotions in the beat. So he started a little bit of swingy funky, and you can immediately characterize the beat that is happy, that's a beat with a smile, that the guy who's doing it is a joyful. And this is what I always look for in the beatboxer. Can I feel him? Can I understand him why he's beatboxing? Because you can sound like machine, but I want to feel it, what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I really enjoy.
Yeah, music is emotion, right? Music is passion, it's emotion. You have to feel it, like, you know.
Yep.
You sound like a machine, but you are human, you know. And we're really stretching the boundaries of what we can do musically.
Did you
challenge
Did you get the comments, Hurricane? Can you see the comments?
I cannot see the comments. It's on YouTube,
yeah,
right?
It's on YouTube. Let me say, like people saying, of course, we all know Hurricane, Mr. Soundstorm from the Netherlands, saying sick and nice flow, epic funk. So
big up
big up from our YouTube watchers.
Nice.
So let's get back to one of the questions about the battle. How important is it to know your opponents?
Answer it, thank you. Answer it, Roxor.
Well, for me, I think it's if you take the battle serious. So if you're not like, oh, I'm gonna try eliminations and we'll see where we get. If you want to really win it, and maybe you already did it once or twice, and like this time I'm really gonna win the championships. You feel ready yourself. Then it's very important to know your opponents. Come on. I mean, it's also an advantage that you have, because if you are not known and your opponents are known, then you can kill it, because you know their routines. You can prepare. You can prepare for their techniques, for their routines. Maybe already have like an idea of how can you make their style, but in your way. Or also to watch out. For example, if you go versus Alem in the battle, you don't go for technical fast beats. I mean, you can show a little bit that you can do it, but don't go and battle him on his ground, stay away from it.
Don't end the set with the technical stuff. You can start it, but don't end it.
Yeah, if you end it, like, hey, and here is some technical stuff, and now to Alem. Then Alem will just take it and kill you. So
then you just giving away the counter, like from here, just kill me, bro. Here's the bullet.
Exactly. Here's the gun. Let me put the bullet in. Let me load it. There you go. Counter Alem with bass. Yeah. Well, yeah. For example, find his weaknesses, and I mean, Alem he's a world champion, so he's a hard example to counter, but. Exactly, musicality, fun, take it down a level. I think good example was ZeDe in World Championships versus Vatang. When Vatang, he was very powerful and he was doing it all rounds long. He was powerful. And then ZeDe battled him in his chill way. And he just showed 10-15 seconds of like, I can also be powerful, blah, 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 kind of like joking on him. And that was enough. That was enough to, counter this aggression.
And also, like, it goes with time, it goes with experience. Like, first time you are on a battle, you are prepared. You can be really good prepared if you are training a lot and you are doing it for a couple of years, because you have couple of beats. So you can write like, okay, eliminations is this, first round is this, the second round and the final, these are the beats, and you can divide them and, write on the paper, and, that's your preparation. But later, when you know the scene, when you know the beatboxers, and you know more of your techniques and you understand different beatboxers, then it's naturally that you know who's going to be in the top 8. And if you know, because of your skill and because you learn to listen to beatboxers and, just get... Zostawisz mi to światło? My lady. So if you know who's gonna be in top 8 and you really want to win, then of course you have this on this guy, you have this on this guy, and even you can be like, okay, this guy is better than me at everything. So I'm gonna make such a joke that he gonna be so red on his face, everybody gonna laugh, and he gonna make mistakes because of his joke. So there is plenty of ways to win.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's also just expecting things. Of course, you have to know your opponents in order to know what you're gonna do. But don't forget to be confident in your skills as well. You have your own set of skills and your own things that you can bring to the table. What I always, this is something that I always do. I when I prepare a round, I trust it, and most of the times it worked out for me. So when you're on the receiving end as well of a battle, of a round, don't get nervous when you get certain techniques and things. Don't let it throw you off guard and like, oh, maybe I should change my tactics and do this.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna trip. Have confidence in your skill and in what you can do and how you have prepared for this battle.
Exactly.
Yeah, stay with the stay with your game plan. It's your game plan. You don't need to be like, oh my god, he's so fast. Can I be? Don't even think about it. Don't even trip, bro. And if you're gonna lose, that's also really okay. Like,
okay, wait. Henrik is saying goodbye. Yeah. Henrik, thank you for watching the stream.
Bye bye.
See you later. Peace. Yeah, and while we're another question maybe concerning it, like Ken S is asking us, what do you think about Vatang versus BMG battle? Did BMG go too far? I don't know if you guys remember this.
I remember.
Like yesterday. Oh man, that was crazy.
I think he did it because, you know, Vatang is this rah, 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 guy, and it was just so cool that BMG was matching him, and it was like Zangief in Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
Bugs Bunny
versus Bugs Bunny, yeah, exactly. Like, and he just, you know, I think BMG did a really. I didn't expect it to go that way, but BMG just did it. It just because he matched him on the energy level, and then he had different
in his own.
In his own way, exactly. And then Vatang didn't really know what to reply. You could see that Vatang was like, oh, normally people are scared and intimidated of what I do, and this guy is just...
He's not.
Just hopping around me, kissing me on the forehead and stuff, you know?
Exactly.
The one thing I don't like is when you touch. I think, like, but it's always changing. The battles are changing and evolving, and maybe it's a little bit of my old school thing. I don't really enjoy when I see that, you know, you're pushing a guy. You can do it once, and it's cool if it's like super cool sound or super cool argument in the beatbox, and you're pushing or touching. But I remember the feeling. I was like, okay, BMG.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I could be doing the same or even harder if I was fighting Vatang. So
you have to remember.
So I really get it. But it's like I always say, like, don't go into touching, because it's if you really need to touch and physical into the battle, that means that you are kind of losing.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's like it feels weird for me to see it. And I starting to feel like, okay, it's like red card, okay, red card, okay, and this.
Yeah.
But still, it was amazing. Like I don't know if I can pull it off. It was really like inspiring to see BMG like in such a mode.
We have another question.
Hey, props to BMG.
Props
really,
to BMG, really. Exactly, because, you know, we were. In the jury, we were like, oh my god, Vatang is gonna, you know, he's for sure again gonna be in the finals and maybe win it this time, and he got thrown out in the first round, so that was really impressive.
Ridiculous.
We have a question: is the scenic presence more important than technique? Hurricane, what do you think about that?
The scenic presence,
like the presence on stage presence, is that more important than technique?
I say it weighs like 60-65 to the rest, because and yeah, you do the math.
35. 35. 65.
It's like 65 to everybody else.
Yeah. Well, it weighs out a little bit, because I think sometimes when I judge battle, I'm not following the techniques at some points. I just follow the energy. How do you present yourself? How are you standing there? Do you have that winner's mentality? You know, from can you carry that into the next round? And can you give us something bigger and better than this? Even though that you're tired, even though that you've been to dozens of routines and things, you know, do you have that drive? And that's what energy wise I'm always looking for.
Yeah, there's nothing more annoying than the technical guy who is just standing like this on stage and doing nothing, you know.
It's like you can have only stage presence and you can make people feel stuff, make amazing time. But if you have only technique, after 1 or 2 minutes you will bore them. But it depends on every people, because some people like ZeDe, like for example ZeDe, from his technique there was rising of his stage presence, and I was lucky enough to see him many times in many years before, and it just seemed like from the technique becomes, you know, confidence, and there is a rise of his stage presence, and it was beautifully synergized and going up. And yeah, it depends on the person. But if you have only stage presence, you can do a lot. But if you only have technique, you can't do a lot because you have only technique. And it's cool for nerds, but we are musicians. I always see us as musicians, as singers, as vocalists, as entertainers, and it's our job. Listen, people are coming to see us, so they are wasting their precious time to see us. You better be prepared to look at them in the eyes and do something beautiful and make them feel great. Make them forget about all the troubles and inspire them to do beautiful things and all the stuff. That's the job of the artist. We are, you know, we are servants of people. We are not masters, and people are coming to see their masters. We are servants. So, but the beautiful thing, because it sounds so maybe scary or like official now what I'm saying. The beautiful thing is, like, if somebody is asking me how to develop the stage presence, go on the stage, say your name, where you're from, how old you are, and start your beat. So, and this is the thing that people will have. They're gonna start thinking about you the way you are, because they have foundation to understand you. And this is such a cool trick, because okay, he's like 25, okay, so 25, so he's probably looking for a girl, but he's still having the good time. He's from this town, I know this town, cool people, or maybe not cool people. This is his name, I know a guy with this name, you know? Like, even you can do it even in the eliminations round at the battle.
Introduce yourself, that's a good one. And just introduce yourself, indeed. You know, from, hey people, my name is Hurrakane. You know, and then just kick it off.
It's true.
And people will remember you just because you are you. You are not, of course you are doing a performance, but you're not doing an act. It's you standing there, you know. So what you're doing is an essence of yourself, you know. So don't act, be. That's the thing.
Exactly. No problem for the tips, guys. I think I'm gonna like drop another little beat.
Sure, bro.
And then we take 1 or 2 more questions. Let's see also, like, the question is, where is Rawclaw? That's always a good question. Let me see if he's even online. Oh, my list is way too big. Let's search him. You guys can help me. Do you see him? Rawclaw is online. I'm gonna try to bring him into the talk with us.
Yeah.
And now
Wroclaw. Yeah.
I'll drop a beat, but say again, Blady.
Wroclaw and all the people from Copenhagen and those places were really solid on the Beatbox Jam. I was having workshops in the morning, and the group from Copenhagen was really solid every day, working hard, very inspiring, which is not easy when you have a camp where it's full of, you know, partying style.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing?
Fine.
Great.
Just settling some stuff for the Danish Championship.
Yeah. Preparing those Danish championships.
Yeah.
Good old Danish championship.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good, good. We're having nice talks here on the channel. Talking a lot about battles and stage presence and stuff.
Nice.
And people were saying, "Where is Wroclaw?" So I was like, "Let's bring him out. Here he is, guys."
They miss you, bro.
All right.
It's weird that I don't get to hang out with Wroclaw and your crew. It's really like I see you now, and it's like, why I cannot see these guys anymore?
Yeah, we.
We're so busy.
It was so normal.
Every morning.
I was just gonna drop a beat, Wroclaw, or maybe can you drop a beat? Yeah.
Oh shit, it's awesome. Oh fuck, that's a really stoner beat, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Go Wroclaw, go.
Who is Rawclaw again? Can you guys introduce him? Rawclaw is Danish champion in beatboxing, and he's also kind of a father at this moment, at least an uncle. I would call him a father of the Danish family, and he's doing so much work to get those guys. The teenagers are so lazy. And he's doing all the work together with the crew there to get things going and to keep people beatboxing. So big up. We're actually talking with all big people of families around Europe. So big up. I guess he's really old school. I don't think he's old school. Well,
It's so funny. We are in our 30s, and it feels old school to some people. But it's like we are starting. Like I feel I'm starting to really understand beatboxing more and more. So around 40, I'm probably gonna be good.
Yeah. No, Rawclaw is he was just Danish champ since last year. So I guess he's rather new in the scene. Like there's a guy's like, I'm beatboxing for 9 years and I don't know him. So it's not like he was from before 9 years. How long do you beatbox, Rawclaw?
Since the late 80s. Something.
Since the late 80s.
Yeah.
So.
But still on battle level since 2012.
Yeah, on battle level since 2012. So there you go. But yeah, check him out and check out the Danish family if you want to learn more about it. Yeah.
Really lovely crew, lovely people from Denmark.
Exactly. How about a beat from me?
Yeah, exactly.
Finally. When I have aching in my throat, I do like this. I switch this thingy to the left and the right, and then the aching is gone. So here we go. I don't know. I'll drop a little bit of a house beat because I feel like it. fast snares.
Yeah, good job, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. That was actually one of the first videos I ever saw was you at the World Championships with Razel.
Yeah.
And the teaching him like the triple echo or something like that. Like, so. I remember way back then it was like something mind blowing. Like what the?
The funny thing is nobody is doing this technique good because it's so the mouth of Roxor is so it just works with this technique. So it's re, but he can pronounce the words really good. So you can try, but it's really like and it's like I'm listening to it for like 12 years, and I'm always like it's sick, man.
Yeah, yes, a lot of impact. Yeah, man. This was one of the inspiring beats of when I first started. Like,
and
crazy.
The thing with technicality, if it's not connected, if your technique needs to be strong as your rhythm, so it needs to be stable, and you know it. If Roxor was going out of the rhythm, the feeling would be lost, because we were in the little bit of the trance with Senkia right now, like interesting, and now this. Włączysz to, kochanie? And so if you are super technical beatboxer, make sure that you always keep your rhythm, because every time the rhythm is a little bit off, people are losing the trance and they need to get back from the beginning.
Exactly.
Crazy professor tip.
Yeah, just stay on your time. You know, sudden switches can throw people off as well. You know, just stay on your flow.
Exactly. When you lose the flow, because mostly that's for me also one of the things in beatboxing. If I can like bounce to it, if I can be like to it, then it's good. The moment that you are like not really able to move to it and to groove to it or to feel it yourself, the moment, even if it's fast, the moment that it doesn't have this feeling, I mean, it doesn't speak to me. Then it's not beatboxing. I mean, and some kind of beatboxing, but it's not good beatboxing. You need to be able to feel it.
To grasp to something, yeah. You need something to give the people, because you have to understand as well, as I think technicality complements the musicality, which means that when you can be super technical, but if you don't have the musicality with it, you cannot grasp the regular audience. You have to remember, like 20% in the audience of your show, of the battle, is gonna be beatboxers, but the rest are gonna be normal people who have never even heard of beatboxing or what the spitter patterning is all about, you know.
Exactly.
So to grasp even those people coming up to you after battle from, whoa, that was sick what you was doing, man. Wow, I could really feel it. It's like a really a big compliment, and you achieve that by by just staying in your groove, staying in your things. And even if you can switch off, you can switch from rhythms, of course, but make sure that your transition is solid and that you have practiced it, and make sure that you can pull it off live, of course.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, guys, I think we're about to finish the live stream for today. So if there's any more questions at the moment, please ask them. If you guys have still questions or want to say something, Rawclaw, Hurrakane, Blady.
Yeah.
Take your time to learn. It's okay. Like I'm training for like, I don't know, 16, 17 years, and I don't know any new technique because I was so into my own techniques that for me, like it's my character that if everybody loves this, that I hate it. It's, you know, it's in Polish, it's called przekora. I don't know. Honey, do you know how it's przekora in English?
Przekora? Przekora.
She froze, thinking. Okay, it's like the, you know, like young, you know, like, no, I would not like what everybody likes.
Oh yeah, like.
But I was just.
Yeah.
You know, like the young feeling, and I still have it.
Rebellious.
So yeah, I'm super rebellious to everything, and I really took this 16, 17 years to develop me as an artist, me as a partner, me as a guy, me as a person, me as a friend, and make hundreds of millions of mistakes and grow from them. So take your time. It's not about to be the best. It's about to be like always always aiming for the better version of you. And yeah, just like the best tip. Okay, because I almost started a long rant. I'm gonna make it short. Learn to love music, and learn to listen to music, and listen to full albums. Stop listening music on YouTube. If you need to download the music, download through your MP3s, but listen to full albums. And as Michael Jackson said, listen to greats and study the greats. And the greats are, you know, are musicians, the bands, are old school and new school. Like people who are making albums are the greats. These are the masters. These are the people which we need to inspire from. So learn to listen to music, and this is all what you need to do. The rest is your life.
And may I add, just enjoy and know that there are no such thing in a creative process as making mistakes. So there are no right or wrong decisions. There are just decisions, and if they work with you, they work with you, and just go with it then, you know? It's all about feeling. It's all about the passion that you have and that you put out. And that passion that you would put out, you will get back eventually, so you can grow.
Exactly. Wroclaw?
Well said, Hurrakane.
Exactly, Hurrakane. Last words?
They said everything, so I can just say, yeah, boy!
Yeah, boy!
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you all for watching the live stream. Thank you, Blady Kris, for talking and jamming with us. Thank you, Rawclaw, for joining us on the spot, on the moment. And thank you, Hurrakane, for joining us and for all the inspiring talks. And
big up anytime.
And soon it will be the Danish Championships. The Junior Championships are on the 3rd of September. So how did he do that? That's a good question. How do you do the double voice, Rawclaw? Too complicated.
Like we explained, it's pretty complicated. But to make it easy, you feel like you're going on the shitter, and you're like, ah! And then you compress that voice, and you just press hard, like yeah. And
So it's the compression thing.
Whoa.
Pick the voice and then breaking it somehow, so it makes this double thing.
All right. But he was practicing for 10 days on the World Beatbox Camp.
Sick.
All right.
People are doing themselves.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Everybody loves it.
All right, thank you all, thank you for watching, thank you for joining us. And 3rd of September is Junior Championships in Denmark, and when is the Dutch Championships?
The 24th of September.
24th of September.
Are the Dutch Championships.
Dutch Championships,
yes.
And then 7th of October or 7th of October are the Danish Championships for adults, or like not the youngsters. So thank you so much, everyone. See you later. Bye bye, guys. Peace.
Oh yeah.